Thani Human Rights presents the International Association of Anti-Corruption Authorities, IAACA. What is IAACA? As stated on the website, it is an independent, non-political anti-corruption organization composed of institutions responsible for investigation, prosecution, and prevention of corruption around the world. Over 140 countries and regions participate in the association through organizational and individual membership. The objective of the association is to promote the effective implementation of the United Nations Convention Against Corruption, UNCAC, fostering constructive collaboration among its members in the prevention and control of corruption, as well as in asset recovery and international cooperation. In 2016, His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Ftais Al-Marri, Attorney General of Qatar, was elected President of IAACA, and the stewardship of the Secretariat for the IAACA was passed from China to the Rule of Law and Anti-Corruption Center, ROLAC, in Doha, Qatar. What does it claim to do? To support these objectives, IAACA works to promote international cooperation in the prevention, investigation and adjudication of corruption offences, including through law enforcement cooperation, mutual legal assistance and extradition, as well as in tracing, seizure, freezing, confiscation and return of the proceeding of corruption offences. Promote measures for the prevention of corruption in both the public and private sectors. Promote networking, informal and formal relationships, cooperation and coordination between anti-corruption authorities and other competent authorities, including law enforcement, judicial and administrative authorities, both domestically and internationally. Facilitate the exchange and dissemination of expertise and experience among anti-corruption authorities. Promote examination of comparative criminal law and procedure and best practices, and to assist anti-corruption authorities engaged in reform programs and related activities. Promote examination and dissemination of preventive measures. Promote a culture of independence, professionalism, transparency, integrity, and accountability of anti-corruption authorities. Facts: IAACA is not independent. President of IAACA is Qatar's Attorney General, who is not an independent body. The stewardship of the Secretariat for the IAACA is ROLAC, which is also owned and managed by the Attorney General, headquartered in an office in Geneva, owned by the family of the Attorney General. It is politically motivated. It doesn't provide an official list of its members anywhere on the website. Neither the 140 countries, nor the 300 organizational, not even the claimed 2,000 individual members, and not even available anywhere on the web. It could be that it's all in the cloud. Head office, supposedly in Qatar at Palm Tower B, 24th floor, Building 19, Zone 60, Street 820, Dafna, West Bay, Doha, Qatar. Non-operational office, non-active employees, no trace of activities. Official contact number on the website +974 40 12 62 22. No one answers, or maybe they can't reach the phone. Official email on the website info@iaaca.net. No response to any emails sent. Defining non-political and independent. Could there be a different definition to independent and non-political that we need to explore? As per Webster Dictionary, it defines it as non-political, as not influenced by or concerned with political considerations or issues. Independent, not subject to control by others, not affiliated with a larger controlling unit, not requiring or relying on something else, not bound by or committed to a political party. Or they could be a new definition created based on how much you are willing to expense toward the new definition of non-political and independent organization to accomplish the goal. The 21st century definition of independent and non-political is indeed influence and lobbying. The primary goal of much of the money that flows through politics is this influence. Politicians engage in organizations to exercise control together. They spend billions of dollars each year to gain access to decision makers in government and institutions, all in an attempt to influence their decisions and thinking. The nature of lobbying influence is exercised when powerful interests can use their wealth, power, or advantages to tip the scale in their favor, at the expense of the public interests and, in this case, the world. A method to cultivate reputations and power bases that shall enable them to enforce decisions to their favor. Faces of power. Power is multidimensional. The three faces of power are organizing people and resources for direct political involvement in visible decision-making arenas, building durable long-term political infrastructure, networks of organizations that are aligned around shared goals, who can shape political agendas, making meaning on the terrain of ideology and worldview. Power in motion. Of course, every power has multiple faces. What is power and its influences, and how is it exercised? Influence is exercised when A participates in the making of decisions that affect B. But power is also exercised when A devotes his energies to creating or reinforcing social and political values and institutional practices that limit the scope of the political process to public consideration of only those issues which are comparatively innocuous to A. To the extent that A succeeds in doing this, B is prevented for all practical purposes from bringing to the fore any issues that might in their resolutions be seriously detrimental to A's set of preferences. In conclusion, Ali bin Ftis al-Marri, the current president of IAACA, has been criticized in French and Swiss media for possible ill-gotten gains in Paris and Geneva. While the anti-corruption minister of Qatar publicly denounces the corruption of politicians and the lack of justice, journalists Georges Malbruno and Christian Chesneau reveal that he himself tried to offer a watch of great luxury to the boss of a French organization charged with combating corruption. The book describes him as a low man on the reigning family's totem pole. At the request of Doha's palaces, it is he who judicially executes those who are bothersome, prosecuting them for corruption, which is hardly difficult. Yet, at intellectual gatherings in Paris and Geneva, Ali bin Ftis al-Marri assures that he defends the separation of executive and judicial powers inherited from Montesquieu. He also chairs the International Association of Anti-Corruption Authorities, IAACA. Finally, he was appointed Special Representative to the United Nations on the issue of ill-gotten gains. On the other hand, the senior official belonging to a small tribe of Qatar, the Al-Marri, has theoretically no personal fortune. Despite this, in 2013, he was able to acquire a 3-story mansion on Avenue Diana in Paris for €9.6 million.